today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's Garoppolo on first, and the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The rushing numbers for Gaskin last week: 21 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ballgame.
In my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Gaskin. And he's got this down to the 35. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe. Touchdown, Vikings! Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Lutz with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
7 yards, the pickup there. This is Gaskin on the carry.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's caught on the right side at Smith. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down at 4. On play action, now Garoppolo. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now a handoff here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a Here
we go.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Garoppolo's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
2nd and goal from the 1. Gaskin again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took it. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Jefferson. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. First down, Mayfield. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Parker. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. They'll try the left side. Parker, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So we've reached halftime here. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play fake. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. Those 2 points are going to tie the game. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
Garoppolo on first down. Smith catches left side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and
looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They find some open field here. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And his kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now,
blitz coming, and down he goes. John Kaminsky. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a one-possession lead, looking to expand that now. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Parker. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Bryant has it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Grady Jarrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a dump off here complete, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
The first down screen pass, good for 5. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Garoppolo again. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And this one complete to Smith. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Garoppolo now. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Garoppolo's throw there taken in by Smith. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And that incompletion means his streak is over there. He'd hit on 9 straight passes.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Middle of the field to Jefferson. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Parker. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 8, 24 seconds to go. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the